There's some really fun things you can do with a technique called Gridify, and there's no button and there's no command that you can find within InDesign to do this. This is just something you kind of have to know to do. And what it is you can make grids of either shapes or frames using this Gridify effect. And so that's what I'm going to do. So right now I picked the rectangle tool. I'm going to go ahead and give it a fill. Let's do a yellow fill with a black stroke. So that's what we got there, right there. And so what I'm going to do is I want a grid of these rectangles on my page. I don't want just one, I want several. So all I have to do is click and start dragging. And as I drag on my keyboard, if I want more of the same shape on the row, so across from left to right, I push the right arrow and you'll see it just starts popping up. Every time I push it, a new shape gets added. Now if I want more from top to bottom, in other words like more in the column, I push the up arrow and more show up. Now the cool thing is if you go crazy and like, oh my gosh, that is just too many, I don't need so many in the columns, then you push the down button and it will delete a row. And when you let go, there you go, there's all your shapes just like that. Now what's really handy for this, I'm going to select all those and redo that, is if you want to make a grid, you're doing a page for a portfolio. In that case, instead of a shape frame, the rectangle tool frame, you would select the rectangle frame tool and you can do the same thing. So I'm going to drag to the right, I'm going to press the arrow to the right, and so there I have, and then I'm gonna push the up button. So there I could put images in there using my place gun, the Control D. I could go and select, what would this be, 12 images to put in there. Or I could open up my mini bridge and just drop images in each of those frames. Very easy way to do that. And then if I like that, I can always click the swatches and I can click black. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that backwards. Well, yeah, now this is what I want to do. So if I had pick images in there that don't fit that frame, in fact, let me show you how that works. So maybe they're not that proportion, but let me get one that's kind of across, one of my chickens. And I'm going to put it in this, and I'm going to tell it to fit it proportionally. Actually, fill frame proportionally. You can see that there's some left over on the top and bottom, but because I filled the frames with black, it kind of makes a nice portfolio look to it, particularly if you fill it all with black, but you wouldn't have to. This isn't just with rectangles. You can do this with just about anything. So I'll do the ellipses and same thing, right? Same deal. You can use it the same way. You could do polygons, whatever you want, either shape or frames. You can use that Gridify effect using the simple arrow keys on your keyboard.